I'm honored and humbled to be inducted into Bristol Sports Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank the committee for including me in this distinguished group of recipients. Congratulations to you all. I'd like to thank Bernie O'Keefe, Hank Lodge, and John Fazzola for all their help and support during this process. They were very, very helpful. I wanted to quickly introduce my family, my mom and dad, Vito and Ann Serratore, cousin Donna, nephew Steve, her nephew Steve, Uncle Bill, Aunt Connie, Chris Serratore, and Margaret and Jim DeMaria. I also have a wonderful group of friends from Naugatuck here. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. And I forgot Cynthia and Joe. My sister, beautiful sister Cynthia and her husband Joe. I'm sorry. I know. I even have written it down. I still forgot. My mom and dad, Cynthia, my Aunt Kay, went to just about every game I ever played or coached, from Little League to college to my coaching years at St. Paul's. I thank you for all that support. It was really appreciated. Very grateful for the opportunity tonight to thank some people who have meant so much to me in my athletic career, have taught me so many lessons that go beyond the playing field. My father was quite an athlete in his day, basketball and softball. Told me he had me shooting ping pong balls into a spaghetti box before I could walk. You could picture that. Father spent a lot of time with me when I was a young kid, pitching to me, shooting hoops. He really got me started. There was one memorable day when I was 7 years old, I'll never forget it. He lived on Francis Street, walked me from Francis Street a few blocks to Laurel Street to join the Bristol Boys Club. I was there every day for the next 12 years. And a couple days a week for the next 25. The Boys Club became a very special place for my circle of friends. I feel very fortunate to have grown up in Bristol. Bristol has always provided kids with an opportunity to participate in sports, and I took advantage of it all. The Boys Club, McCabe Waters Little League, the Park Leagues, American Legion, the Collegiate League. Played soccer, basketball, and baseball at St. Anthony's in Bristol Central. Played basketball and baseball at Quinnipiac in Southern Connecticut. After college, Eddie McHugh got a baseball team together, and we entered the Collegiate League. I played for them for a few years. During that time, a bunch of us continued to play basketball at the Boys Club for years. Greg Fredette, the Ziogas brothers, Gary Soucy, Mike Middleton, Mark Noon, Dave McCarthy, John Fazzola, Mike Giovinazzo, Dave Raponi were the core that played until we just couldn't do it anymore. Now we play golf and tennis. And contrary to the ad that Greg Fredette put into the Hall of Fame booklet, I do win every once in a while in golf. Being in education, I'm constantly being reminded of the tremendous influence we have on kids. Through athletics, I came in contact with some great people who had a huge effect on me. These are my coaches and teachers. Tommy Duncan, Danny Valerio, Fu Fournier, Spike Marcotte, Porky Vieira, Maury Lavero, Frank Longo, Tommy Deneau, Gene Zanke, Bill McCoy, Eddie McHugh, and Jim Bates. In college, I played for Bert Kahn, Marie Raffone, Ed Brown, and Gene Casey. They all had different personalities and temperaments. The dedication of Valerio, the cool calmness of Fu Fournier and Eddie McHugh, and the fire and passion of Longo and Bates. But they all gave the same message. Play hard, work hard, no shortcuts, play fair. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Special thanks to Maury Lavero. He was the big brother I never had. Took a special interest in me from the time I was in 8th grade. Spent a lot of time with me at the Boys Club, working on my game and in my head. He would say things like, if it's worth playing, it's worth winning. Better to wear out than to rust out. I ate that stuff up, and I really tried to emulate him. He was tough, confident competitor, as well as a really nice guy. Rex Hamilton from the Boys Club. His style and personality was a gift to us as young kids. He was a positive influence in my generation. It's mind-boggling the number of kids, now men, he has influenced in such a positive way. We all learn so much from Rex just by watching him be himself. There's so many memories and high points. I don't see that red light go on. But when at St. Anthony's, we played at the Boston Garden. You know, Frank Longo had rented Cadillacs, and we drove down and played the preliminary game for the Celtics. Went to Fisher's Island. We took a ferry boat and over to Fisher's Island, stayed over. American Legion in 1966. There was nothing better than playing Legion ball back then when Muzzy Field was packed every day. You probably remember some of these guys: Dave Seashon, Bobby Jones, Johnny Fellon, Mark Sullivan, Steve Libby, Pat Gilhooly, Johnny Milbrandt, Jack Hamilton, Dave Martels, Chet Scrubsky, Phil Bevenuto, and Bart Beersley. It was a great team. We were in the zone. We had to beat two tough teams, New Britain and West Hartford, and we won the zone. In the state tournament, we got beat the first game by Waterbury, 24-4. First game. It's a double elimination. One more loss, we were out. We won the next 3 games against some very good teams. Some of these players were made it to the major leagues. We had to beat Waterbury in a doubleheader to win the championship. I remember the doubleheader, there was a photographer there that wanted to leave early, so he had the 2 teams take pictures. They knew we had to win 2 games, so he had us take a picture with the second place trophy. He thought he was going to have us take the picture with the 7th. Coach Bates he's looking at the trophy. He goes, "Whoa, this is second place." No. We don't take pictures with the second place trophy. Gave it back to the photographer. We went on to win 2 games and won the state championship. Started my teaching career at Hillside Middle School in Naugatuck, physical education. I coached the basketball team. It wasn't that I wanted to coach the basketball team, but that was the job. You're gonna be the phys ed teacher, you're gonna coach basketball, and you are gonna be the intramural director. I stayed there for 5 years. In the 5th year, Gary Palatino asked me to coach the St. Paul freshmen. That was in 1974-75. After practice from Hillside, I would drive to St. Paul's to coach the freshmen. Tuesdays and Fridays, I was scouting for the varsity. Gary left the following year and became the head coach. Following Gary after 2 state championships was going to be quite a challenge. Gary was a tremendous influence on my coaching. I learned a great deal being his assistant that 1 year. Organization, attention to detail, planning and practice, and teaching skills. I was at St. Paul's for 15 years as head coach. I thank Tony Lodovico and Phil DuTrumbull for hiring me, and coaches that worked with me, Stevie Phelps and Mark Monterey, were with me a long time. Tommy Dickow, Jim Capral, Dave Rapone, Sean Hamill. We were city champs 10 to 15 years. We had 3 All-Staters, won the Harford County Championship. I think that was the only time that happened, right here? I think so. 4 Northwest Conference Championships, state finalists 1 year, and the state championship in '88. We had great memories at St. Paul's. 3 of those players, Pete Wininger, Steve Peichel, Alex Sinclair, went on to be head coaches. I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of the accomplishments we had at St. Paul's. It was a pleasure to work with the players and staff. I'm so thankful for that time. When I left St. Paul's, became an assistant principal at Portland Middle School a couple years, and went back to Naugatuck. Naugatuck has been a special place for me. I started there, and after I left St. Paul's, I ended up back there, and I was there for the last 16, 17, 18 years. I was at the middle school, and now I'm at the principal at Naugatuck High School, and really enjoy it. In closing, as I reflect back on my coaching and teaching days, I hope I had the same positive effect on my students and players as my coaches and teachers had on me. Thank you very much.